Hi everyone, so after a lot of requests I will be making my sin-free potato based quiche, and this is what you're going to need. Some potatoes, some cottage cheese, double check that the cottage cheese that you're using is sin-free. This is the Asda Smart Price and I've checked with the app and it's free. Some cheese, which I'm going to measure out and it'll be my healthy extra, some eggs, and these are what I'm going to put inside. So I'm going to have red onions, mushrooms, tomatoes and peppers. So this is a vegetarian one for today. Right, so let's get cracking. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is peel your potatoes, and then, well, you can see mine are just about to go, but it doesn't matter, they'll be fine. And once you've done this, we will be putting them on to boil. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but I have actually already got the pan on boiling the water ready for the potatoes to go in. I have picked my bowl I'm going to put the quiche into. So basically just work your potatoes around, because what we're going to do is slice them up once they're part boiled and lay them on the bottom. So it's entirely up to you how many potatoes you want to do. Obviously it all depends on how big the tray is that you are going to be laying them out in. Okay, so the potatoes are now on to boil. I don't know why the water was boiling and now it doesn't seem to be. Strange. Anyway, I'm going to set my timer and we're only going to do it for 10 minutes, okay? Right, so the next thing we're going to do now is get our veg ready, because we're just going to lightly fry it. So I'm just using my, why has my mind gone blank, a mushroom, just chopping it up quite thinly. Don't know where, well, I'm guessing that if you're watching this then you do follow me on Instagram, which is same as my YouTube name, @slimandblonde, and you will know that I recently moved house. So even though my nails are chipped pink and I love pink, don't know if you can see, but the walls in the kitchen are pink. Not my choice, as much as I love pink, but they will be decorated shortly. We're going to lay turf on our lawn first, because it's all gravel at the moment, so it's not practical with a little one. Right, I'm doing this. It's entirely up to you how much veg you want to put in, because obviously some people don't like loads of onions and whatnot, but I mean, I need to use up these mushrooms because they're nearly on their way out, so I'm filling it as much as I can with loads of different super free. And this quiche as well is just for myself, so I don't need to worry about people not liking it. Right, okay, I've been busy. Let me move the iPad. I don't know if you can see, sorry, as you can tell I've just chopped the onions, so I'm now in tears. But yeah, it looks really colourful, and now we are going to just lightly fry them with some Frylight, just so they go a little bit softer. Right, well you can use any Frylight. I've got the sunflower oil one, so I'm just going to spray it a couple of times. Oh my god, my nose. And then I'm going to let that heat up for a minute, and then we're going to add our mushrooms, tomatoes, onions and peppers into there to just fry for probably about 5 minutes. And as you can see, the potatoes are still going. There's not long left of those. Right, so my buzzer has just gone off for the potatoes, so I'm just going to quickly do this and then I will take them off the heat. Basically, get your 2 tubs of cottage cheese. It's harder to do this whilst holding the iPad. I may have to get a spoon for it all. I've got a tripod, but it doesn't seem to do well. Okay, and then I've got, because I'm rubbish at cracking eggs, I've done it in a cup, and yes, I did get sham in it. But there are 4 eggs in here, and I'm just going to mix it in with the cottage cheese. At this point, I would usually add some chives, but I've not got any at the moment. So just give this a mix. My mum whisks hers. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. I'm guessing that the lumps in the cottage cheese become less lumpy. But that will do for that. And I better get the potatoes now. Right, so the potatoes are now boiled. I'm just going to thinly slice them, but not too thin, because they still need to be thick enough to kind of hold themselves. So I don't know if I could pick one up by burning myself, lightly fork it. I don't know if you can see how thin they are. Okay, let's do another one. They are still going to be really hot. If you want to wait for them to cool down, then do that, but I'm impatient, so. And I'm using a fork because they're really slippery and I can't put my fingers on them because they're so hot. They're not perfect, then it really doesn't matter. So I will carry on because I don't think you want to watch me chop all these potatoes up. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. I definitely went overboard on potatoes, but it doesn't matter, I might make a mini one. I come down to the side so you can see it is all one layer, but I've just, obviously with them being different sizes, see that one's quite thick on the one side, it's just harder to make it perfect, but it really makes no difference if it's bumpy or anything. Right. At this point, your fried veggies should be off the heat. Now what we're going to do is get them and pour them over the top of here. So I've spread my fried veggies on top of the potatoes. I have kept a little bit to put on the top. I normally would just slice some tomatoes, but I completely forgot to do that and I chopped them up. So I'm just going to now get the cottage cheese and egg mixture. This is so hard to do whilst looking through the iPad. Right, and just pour it all on there. Get my spoon and just, don't push it hard, but just try and help it so it soaks through. It soaks through the veggies and the, what am I looking for? The potatoes, gosh. Can't even tell it's a Saturday morning. Right, so now I'm just getting some more, the last little bit of the veggies that I've got, and putting them on top. Again, trying to just smooth them out a little bit. These don't matter as much about being covered because we are going to cover them with our, you see, cheese. Don't know why I've got mature, any other time I use mild, so I hope this is okay. It's entirely up to you about weighing out your cheese. I personally am not going to sit down and eat this all in one go in one day, so I'm not really too fussed about measuring it out. I personally don't think I would even be having the allowance. I'm literally just putting it on top so it melts and goes a little bit gooey. Watch the edges. Okay, so that's what it looks like. If you're going to do one as small as this, you are going to be left over with, again, cottage cheese. Normally I do a, probably the same size as my chopping board Pyrex dish. So, right, let's get this in the oven. Completely forgot to say, I am putting it on gas mark 6, and I'm probably going to do my timer for about 20 minutes first, then check on it, and just keep checking on it really until like the top's going golden. Because at the moment you can see, I need to clean the bottom of my oven out, not that, you can see that like it's running down the middle, and when you open it later when it's cooked, it will all be set properly. So I shall see you in about 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. Just gonna have a look. It's not bad. Just don't know if you can see here, but it's still quite. If you push it, it's quite liquidy. So we're just gonna put it in just for another 10 minutes, and then it will be done. So after a total of 30 minutes in the oven, we have our, I'll turn the oven up, it's boiling. We have our gorgeous quiche. Completely sin-free and full of your super free foods. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.